God bless them. Jimmy, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, they're lining up to speak for Jim. And your son?
Brian.
You're the son.
Yes.
Your son? Oh, your kids want to say something. Okay. I can only imagine what they might say.
I don't have anything written, but I'll try to swing it. When you're a kid, you're kind of self-absorbed and you don't really know what's going on around you except what's going on in your family. But again, it's just yourself. And I knew my dad got up when it was still dark outside, and then he left. And then I knew he would walk across the bridge in Pittsburgh, and he'd walk back across the bridge in Pittsburgh, and then he'd come home. And he did that every single day. I cringed thinking about the time he got up in the morning to do that. And then at one point he was able to go to a different building and he could just walk in the parking lot into the building and come back out, and it was a much easier walk for him. But again, that's about the knowledge of what I knew what was going on. But what I did know and what I'll remember forever, sorry, he never missed a softball game, diving meet, Indian princess meeting, anything going on at home. He was there and he's the best dad and taught me what hard work is and dedication. Thank you.
So I'm more the writer. I'll try to keep it brief. You might see 4 pages, but it's double-spaced and big letters. So I'm going to try to keep this reasonably short because as my family can tell you, I can't tend to ramble on. I think that as kids, what we often tend to notice about our parents' jobs or careers is mostly in terms of the fun stuff that goes along with them. I'm seriously not joking, but I remember how great it was that partly because our dad was a draftsman, we had a really cool but unusual desk in our game room, complete with a high stool, hinged slope top, and all kinds of big drawers and compartments to play around in. Drawers filled with cool stuff like thick tracing paper, 3-sided ruler, T-squares of various sizes, protractors, compasses, and a multitude of templates to draw with, all kinds of shapes. And every kid in school always wanted to know where I got my awesome white erasers, encased in that trademark blue cardboard. As a kid, it was also great that for years my dad worked in what in my eyes was the big city. This meant occasional trips downtown to meet him for something after work. Maybe the circus was in town, my mom would take me and my sister through Jenkins Arcade to buy a candy treat before meeting up with my dad for the evening's events. Or maybe it was just to go and see the mysterious place where my dad spent a large part of his day. Because he worked downtown, this also meant that he'd often return home with any variety of really neat things that he purchased at an equally mysterious place called Ralph's. Sometimes it was just some sort of treat for us kids, but other times it was something that we had seen advertised on TV and figured that if anyone was able to get it, Dad would be able to find it at Ralph's. We also remember and took notice of all the fun of the company picnics. Years ago at a co-worker's house, sometimes at a grove in North Park, which always meant that a great softball game would be in the works. Or in later years at Idlewild Park, the Pittsburgh Zoo, or Army Sports Complex, where now 3 generations, my mom and my dad, as well as their kids and grandkids, could all ride, play games, ice skate, play miniature golf, or take a crack at the batting cages all together. I remember the Thursday night 9-hole golf outings at Bon Air, the Saturday morning summer outings at what I knew as Denny's League, and now have had the opportunity to participate in occasionally, and how much my dad looked forward to the annual Tam O'Shanter weekend outings that he occasionally coordinated. I just wanted to make sure that my dad knows that while all this fun stuff was certainly great, it was most definitely not the only thing we noticed about the last 50 years. Working downtown was neat, but we noticed how you parked on what was called the north side at the time. I guess now we have to call it the North Shore. And regardless of the weather, walked across the bridge and back. Yes, my sister stole my line. On a a daily basis. We noticed how many times you would awake at a very early hour so that you could start your workday earlier than most. In fact, it was one of these very early morning hours that the infamous sweater incident occurred. You see, it was so early that even a high school kid, me, had just awakened and was sleepily eating his breakfast when my dad was on his way out the door. It was just after the holidays, and he was wearing his brand new sweater that he had just received as a Christmas gift, but the tag in the back was bothering him. He handed his still sleepy son the scissors and asked me to cut the tag off so we could get to work. Next thing he hears is, "Oops, sorry, I missed and cut your sweater." "Ha ha, very funny," he replies. "Only to be told it was not a joke, just an accident." I don't think he thought anyone at work would believe that his teenage son cut a hole in his brand new sweater, and that's why he was late for work. In any case, we noticed that these early hours were sometimes because you wanted to make it home a little earlier to coach a baseball or softball game, or be in the stands for a diving meet, or maybe just be able to spend a little more time with your family before the kids went to bed. We noticed that other times it was because you wanted to earn some additional pay so your family could do something we could not otherwise be able to do, like go on vacation or eat out at a nice restaurant. We noticed that because of what you have done for the past 50 years, your kids were able to attend college, and go on to lead productive and comfortable lives. In short, we most definitely noticed all you have sacrificed and accomplished for your work over the past 50 years, and want you to know that we're not only proud of all you've done, but also how much we appreciate all you've done. So congratulations on your unbelievable 50 years in one company at Swindell, and on your retirement.
Okay, Jamie. Is it my turn?
No, I'm going before you.
Oh, you.
Now, I'll get through this or not, and I hope I don't bore you too much. I'd like to start with a thank you for this celebration of his retirement after his historic 50 years with Swindell. I know everyone here has worked with Jim in one capacity or another over those 50 years. Since you would know more about his work life than I, and since I really am not good at giving speeches, I'd just like to read something I put together for him for his 50th Swindell work anniversary. In other words, my take of those 50 years. For you, honey. We were just a young couple when your job began. Right out of tech school, cute as could be, very young men. Year number 1 held much in store, our engagement, our wedding, the Army knocking at our door. You put in your time, then started Swindell year number 2. We were blessed with Brian that year too. Year number 4, we purchased our home. Year number 7, we were blessed with Lisa. Again, our family had grown. You continue to trek to Swindell each day, work 8 to 12 hours with little to say. Good morning, good night, then home to be. The best dad and husband one ever would see. You coached, you managed, you pitched, you caught. Our divers you filmed, their stores you bought. Before we knew it, you were in your 21st year, and a new phase of life for us did appear. Brian was graduating, time for some moving. U-Haul, store bikes carrying, and Lisa and I soothing. Year 25 brought more of the same. Lisa was graduating, and her turn came. Swindell year 29, our baby girl said, I do. Lisa and Todd seemed so young, but then we had been too. Year 30, we celebrated Brian and Jane's turn. You only get them for a little while, we had to learn. Years Swindell, 33 to 37, our family of 6 to 10 grew, along with more blessings for this phase of life too. We've been privileged as grandparents to watch and see all that Katie, Megan, Jack, and Brady are and may be. For 50 years now, you've worked every day. You took care of your family in every way. Your work wasn't always easy, the stress level sometimes high. You have definitely earned your Swindell goodbye. Congratulations, son. I'm happy that we are about to retire together.
I just start out, it's been one long, interesting ride. I don't have a long list of places of employment. Just, a 3-year stint of seasonal work with Allegheny County, where I worked at the golf course and the skating rink, and where I met my wonderful wife. In 1965, I interviewed with Kent Leidick for my job at Swindell, never thinking that 50 years later I would be retiring from the same company. As most of you know, I'm a man of few words, and I'd like to make those few words words of appreciation. Along with the few words and very much hairspray, I remember being noted that I was the Don Cannon of Swindell Retirement. I want to thank Dave Gaylord and Ralph and Carl for giving me the opportunity to complete my career of 50 years at Swindell Retirement. And I want to thank everyone here that I've worked with for making my job easier by offering their assistance whenever I need it. I also want to thank my immediate supervisors, project managers, service personnel, Jim Bushman, George and Jeff and Don Bazinski, Bob Eicher, Ron Orr, Jim Gilson, Rick Sullivan, John Blazina, Carl Sullivan, and others that I may have forgotten to mention, but who are always in my thoughts and appreciate everything everyone's done for me, helping me attain this 50 years. I especially want to thank my family for the support and encouragement they've given me through all these years, and for the beautiful speeches everyone's given, as well as the many speeches from employees, everyone here. Thank you, Mary Beth, for all your help in all situations, especially helping Mary Lee arrange her trip to Hawaii when I was in Australia. Thank you, Mary Mitchell and Mary Beth, for arranging this celebration dinner. It's been very nice, very beautiful. I'll tell you how much it means. Greatly appreciated. I treasure the friendships I've made over the years and hope they'll continue as I begin my